all of the things that they're not mentioning, it seems like they would have mentioned that. Even still, no splatter and no pooling. He just showed you the picture.
Charlie Kirk's widow was just caught faking tears at his memorial, but that's only the beginning of what Dave Chappelle and Jaguar Wright uncovered about her true role in all of this. Two of the most fearless truth-tellers in America have dropped bombshells about Charlie Kirk's death that could change everything you thought you knew. Dave Chappelle and Jaguar Wright aren't holding back anymore. They're exposing how Charlie's own wife might have been playing a very different game than anyone realized. And trust me, what you're about to hear will make you question everything about this entire situation. You're about to discover why Erica Kirk's behavior after her husband's death has everyone asking the same question: was she grieving or celebrating? Before we dive deep into what Dave and Jaguar revealed, it's important to understand what happened first. Charlie Kirk was shot during a public event, and immediately, suspicious details started surfacing. The official story kept changing, the evidence looked sketchy, and the widow's response, well, let's just say it was off. Multiple people noticed that Erica Kirk wasn't acting like a grieving wife. She smiled during interviews, took over his organization within days, and even had fireworks at his memorial. I mean, who has fireworks at a funeral? Now, two major voices are saying what everyone's been thinking, but we're too afraid to say out loud. And here's where things get really wild. Jaguar Wright came out swinging, and she didn't hold anything back.
Greatness is from God. When a hero stumbles, well, the cowards rejoice. Nothing feels better to a coward than to watch a brave guy fall. These cowards that rejoice, well, they don't understand what greatness looks like.
Jaguar called Erica Kirk's memorial speech performance art rather than genuine grief. And honestly, once you hear her break it down, you can't unsee it. She pointed out something everyone noticed but was too afraid to say: there were no real tears streaming down Erica's face. Her makeup was flawless, and she was timing her body language to the music. Jaguar said it looked like uncanny valley behavior, you know, that creepy feeling you get when something looks human but feels totally fake. That's exactly what she was talking about. And when someone like Jaguar Wright calls you out, you know she's seen some things. Then Dave Chappelle stepped in, and man, that's where the story gets absolutely crazy.
I do not believe for 1 second that they met organically. How do you think they met each other? Do you think that they bumped into each other at CPAC and Charlie said, hey, let's go on a date? No, they were set up together by somebody. Who set them up?
In the story, Dave dropped some seriously heavy allegations. According to the so-called inside sources, he claims that Charlie was sacrificed by the very people who built him up. Think about that for a second, and it doesn't stop there. Even Nick Fuentes is asking the hard questions, pushing the narrative deeper into chaos and suspicion.
I could ever dream of. I mean, it's beautiful, and Turning Point Action, full steam ahead. So powerful. All of the other programs within Turning Point USA.
Both Dave and Jaguar are questioning how Charlie and Erica even met in the first place. Nick Fuentes suggests their marriage might have been orchestrated by powerful people who needed Charlie to have a wife for his political image. Jaguar emphasizes that nothing is ever by coincidence, especially when talking about their meeting in Israel. The timeline and circumstances of their relationship are raising major red flags. Who meets their future spouse in Israel and then suddenly becomes the perfect political partner? It all feels too convenient, too carefully planned. Now, let's talk about the actual shooting, because Jaguar Wright broke down the forensic inconsistencies, and it's mind-blowing. She explained how a bullet fired from that distance should have created blood splatter on people standing behind Charlie, but there was nothing. No exit wound, no blood pool, basically none of the physical details we would expect from the type of shooting described. For anyone following the case closely, these forensic details matter. When the physical evidence doesn't match the official story, that's when you know something is seriously wrong. Jaguar has been around long enough to spot these inconsistencies, and she isn't letting them slide. But here's the most damning evidence of all, how quickly Erica took control of everything.
I'm just gonna say it, Erica Kirk's behavior is unsettling as f***. It's not conveying real grief, it's conveying performance. It's giving uncanny valley. Like, this woman came out on stage to pyrotechnics, timing her body language and her crying to the music. Then she gives a speech that comes off as more of a piece of performance art than it does as an expression of real grief. And when you look at that woman's face, there is not a single tear streaming down that woman's face. There is not a single smudge of makeup out of place. She's making it look like she's crying, but she's not really crying. So yeah, the whole thing is unsettling.
Within days of Charlie's death, she was already running Turning Point, giving speeches about expanding the organization and even appearing happy while talking about their blessed workload. Days. Not weeks. Not months. Days that most people can barely function after losing a spouse, but Erica was out there making business decisions and outlining expansion plans. Dave points out how her behavior completely contradicts the image of a devastated trad wife. They tried to sell everyone I don't know about you, but when I've lost someone close to me, the last thing on my mind was taking over their entire business empire. The whole thing feels calculated. Planned. Almost rehearsed, and then social media users jumped in, starting their own detective work, connecting dots, and uncovering details people had overlooked. A TikTok user specifically called out Erica for faking tears during Charlie Kirk's funeral, noting her behavior as unsettling and giving uncanny valley vibes. The analysis highlighted that she came out to pyrotechnics, yes, pyrotechnics at a funeral, timing her body language and crying to the music, yet not a single tear streamed down her face, and her makeup remained flawless. When regular people on social media are noticing these details, the fact that Erica was immediately positioned to take over the organization suggests this wasn't some random act of violence. It was planned, calculated, and executed with precision, and if Dave is right about the $150 million donation being rejected, we're talking about people with serious money and serious power, people who don't take rejection lightly. At that level of wealth and influence, human lives can become disposable if they get in the way of business. It's a dark truth most people don't want to face, so what does all this add up to? Dave Chappelle and Jaguar Wright are painting a picture of a woman who wasn't just complicit in her husband's death, she was actively involved. From the fake tears to the immediate takeover of his organization, the suspicious marriage, and the forensic inconsistencies, it all points to someone who knew exactly what was coming and was ready for it, and that's terrifying, because it suggests the people we trust, the people supposedly fighting for our values, might actually be working for the very forces they claim to oppose. Charlie Kirk built his career on being anti-establishment. But if Dave is right, he was taken out by the establishment, using his own wife. This story matters because it shows how deep corruption can run. If something this elaborate could be orchestrated with so many moving parts, what else could they be capable of? Dave Chappelle risked his entire career exposing Hollywood's dark secrets, and now he's doing it again with political figures. Jaguar Wright has been calling out powerful people for years, often at great personal cost. When voices like these speak up, we need to listen. The mainstream media won't touch this story, it's too dangerous, too explosive. But that's exactly why independent voices matter. Dave and Jaguar are willing to say what others won't, but they've opened a can of worms far deeper than anyone imagined. The question is no longer just, who shot Charlie Kirk? The question now is whether his own wife knew it was coming. And honestly, after looking at all this evidence, it's hard to see another answer. The real question is, what are we going to do about it? Comment below and share your thoughts. Is Erica Kirk innocent, or was this all part of a plan?